How do you decide on the life purpose, and what is that topic or what is that subject that you would start pursuing in your career? That is something a very controversial thing. I'm Sangeeta, and I am working on green wealth, which means ethical abundance, ethical money, ethical business, ethical wealth, uh, to be earned through ethical means and maintained in ethical manner. What I am trying to do is empower people, mid-career professionals. So initially I tried to reach out to mid-career professionals for specific empowerment, but empowerment is something which is not uh, not understood. Like, if you tell somebody that you need empowerment, they will not agree to it, right? So, but if they are not empowered, you can also see that happening. How do you know about that? So, I'll give you an example. Uh, Today, I asked, like sometimes back with this organization, I asked whether they have gone ahead with the agreement. One agreement had to be signed, and two documents needed to be generated. And the fourth one is to give me a detail of the operational area they have been giving. So, in the process, if they have arrived at some yes no situation, then that needed to be conveyed. But that decision was taken, and the like there is no communication about what decision was taken, because it was kept from me. And when I asked what is the progress, it seemed like I am the person who is monitoring the go ahead and the progress of everything, and I was pretty annoyed about that. But then what to do? This has happened, and so I had to ask. I told them that maybe I haven't conveyed that this is a miscommunication, and if I have I have some idea about bringing people to the negotiation table about something or other, I'll not do that. I'll rather keep myself very focused on preparing reports and proposals and submitting them. That's all that I need to do. Otherwise, why should I go to uh, situations where they are taking their own decisions? I have no business to do that. So I was pretty annoyed, as you can see from my expression also. And they didn't know that. They didn't want that either. So, what is the evidence that they are respecting that? They do not. They want mirror like my commitment also, my time also, and they are not accountable, responsible for anything that I want to know. So what do you expect out of me? You know. So this was my anger point, and I started with what? I started with something called empowerment, right? So standing tall to your own stand is something that is required, or else the we will go ahead with whatever they are saying, but I'll not keep. If you are not giving me the right kind of signal, then I'm not going ahead with the deal either. I have nothing to lose. That is what I was thinking. And what is the best way to get or establish my thing, my position out there without getting insulted or humiliated, is very essential to retain the respect that one needs to have. And that has been my learning, because in they might not have thought about the required conversation that has to be done while they are hiring a chairperson, and they might need some kind of training. It is also based on their understanding, based on not hiding, and who they are thinking I am. So, empowerment is a lot of context setting, as you can see, and very typical about knowing your position before you go on to empower somebody. Respecting their position is part of the job. Being respected and the ability to respect other people is the other part, which is where empowerment happens. Being small with narrow thought processes is not going to empower anybody. That has been the learning. I think this is enough for you to understand what I am talking about. And if you want to talk more with some practical problems that you are facing, then we are open to connect on Saturdays, which are the days when we kind of, now I'm thinking I'll be changing those things to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. Thank you for watching, anyways.